just starting training camp, but here we are. Off we go on EA Sports. Taken from about... And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And he'll score. Eagles. Jalen Reagor, his first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. But that's got to be so disappointing. You force the fumble, think you got a chance at a turnover, and instead, not only do you give up the football, you also give up a touchdown as well.
Yeah, you just think to yourself, you've done all the hard work, right? You forced the fumble, but when they didn't come up with it, I think they relaxed a little bit or maybe lost their focus as well, and it ended up turning out to be a touchdown against them.
Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So the extra point good, and the roughing call going to move the ball out to the 50 for the kickoff.
And I think this is a good chance to pin them deep if you can land the kickoff inside the 5-yard line or so. Gain some field position for your defense.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. Flush to his right. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Hurts. He's got his target. That's Zach Pascal. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys in plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive. It just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
On second down, here's the option. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a third down. They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
The kick by Elliott is good. And that will make it 10-0 here in the first. So a nice kick there as they're able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
And it's a pretty good return here, so get this up to the 29. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back. In fact, let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw complete there to Smith-Schuster. Obviously, slowing down Mahomes, going to be a tall order. He gets the completion there, but what do defenses need to try to do against it?
Well, as we saw in the Super Bowl against Tampa Bay, their #1 goal was to get him to third down and long situations. Not third and manageable, meaning 3rd and 4 or less, but 3rd and 7 or more. There were plenty of those situations because now you can unleash your pass rushers. And if you can get that going, get him pressured in the pocket, get him on the move, use those 7 behind him to cover, that's how you can play Patrick Mahomes the best, I believe.
1st and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Not the kind of gain that we'll go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of gain that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire, with that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. That ball is caught. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles 16. Edwards-Helaire as they run out of the gun. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Anthony Harris on the tackle. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Mahomes now to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Kelsey, a nice catch. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try to run with Edwards-Helaire. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try and run it in with Burton. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Mike Burton, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense.
Yeah,
run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
From the 29, Hurts. That's into the hands of Pascal. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed down position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with, they'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible, so I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope, and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be brought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
Kyle Van Noy in on the stop. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And he'll take this close to a first down at the Chiefs' 36. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. And his throw here's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. On the draw, here's Sanders. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had the incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They need to make up some ground, and they did.
And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And he's going to be brought down. He needed to get to the 20, but he's a yard or 2 short. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Going for it with Sanders. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. action. Here's Hurts. Rolling to his right, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually, a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. Sanders. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it takes us to the 2-minute warning. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. On 3rd and short, going with their tight end. He's out for Eagles touchdown. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, his first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles add on to their lead. Elliott good with a PAT, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had, oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Justin Reed. And the Chiefs are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big play there for KC. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Working from the gun, Mahomes flushed out right. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1. Sliding out of the pocket. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Looking for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And the Eagles are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? They go play action with Hurts. Eluding the pressure right. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
And that is incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
They'll throw now on the final play. He's going deep for Brown. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And he will be out of bounds with no time remaining on what will be the final action of this first half. So we've come to halftime here in Philly with the Eagles on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. Taken at the goal line. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And a penalty marker's down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. Now Edwards-Helaire. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Flush to his right. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Juju Smith-Schuster. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown.
It's never fun for a defense to run on the field knowing that they're having to defend a short field. Just the idea of trying to limit an offense in that position, daunting for a defense.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They start on the ground here at Sanders. Fast footwork by Sanders. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground. They'll go again with Sanders. A strong running. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 48 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Hurts to throw. Airing it out deep for Smith. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. how are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
First throw there taken in by Smith. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Throwing is Hurts. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. To throw, it's Mahomes. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They go play action. Now Mahomes. He'll buy some time right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And got his man complete. It's a big play there for the Chiefs. They lulled them to sleep there, so to speak. That was all set up by the running game, wasn't it?
Another example of what all offensive coordinators tell us. When the running game's operating, it really opens up the playbook, and that's when they hit them with the play action. And you can see the defenders rushing towards the line of scrimmage, then scrambling back trying to cover. Couldn't get there in time.
Well scripted. They had the big running play, now the big passing play. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Now here's Mahomes. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. He wants it all for the end zone. And unable to connect, incomplete. Well, give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on 4th down. And the Eagles defense able to... The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
54 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Working with a 2nd and 4. Another run here with Sanders. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st down, Sanders. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough. Hurts sets up to throw it. And the Chiefs are going to get him. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up 3rd down on the sack.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the 1st.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Another run with Sanders. And he'll take this close to a 1st down at the Chiefs' 21. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
The Eagles on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Boston Scott, his first carry. And he's going to have a 1st down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. Starting to feel a little to me like the air is coming out of the balloon, so to speak, defensively.
They're taking their will from them right now. That's what they're doing. Whatever they want to call, it's working. They're handling things up front, and it's not just the offensive.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Eagles look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. Elliott now to add the extra point. And it's no good. Oh, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Taken in at the 3. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points. Said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here? Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being.
He's got a man complete. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A big play there for KC.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Flushed out right. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
You have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work.
Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. Taking it right down Broadway. The 40. The 20. 10. 5. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a two-possession game. It is a two-possession game at this stage in the fourth. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? First and goal. They'll try to run with Sanders. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Miles Sanders with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Eagles look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. Touchdown. Here's Elliott on to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word.
And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And the ball set up in the end zone at the 16-yard line. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
They'll run on first down. It's Sanders. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 103 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. And the Eagles take advantage of good field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Elliott on for the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. Touchdown. Here's Elliott on to kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And they will be backed up deep. Trouble here as they're going to start this drive at the 6.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Mahomes' throw taken in by Valdez-Scantling. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So that play much needed there as they're all the way up near the 40 for a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
I like they connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Flush to his right. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. Throwing now is Mahomes. And this is going to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Now Mahomes got to have this one. Being chased out left. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. On 1st down, Sanders. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to... And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. The Eagles send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles, and they were really helped by their defense forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Eagles, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, they also will exit this one at 2-2. And they will get a home date next week as they will take on the Buffalo Bills. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.